You said during the face-off, quote, I saw it in his eyes. I saw it deep in his soul that he knew this right hand was going to crack him in his skull. You still stand by that?
Yeah, look, I saw fear in his eyes. I saw a man who just accepted a fight mostly for a paycheck. Saw a man who doesn't really have fight left in him. Saw a man who's been defeated multiple times now and who will be finished and sent into retirement by YouTube Disney star boxer.
Keyword, you saw a man. Something you're a problem child. That's what you saw. You haven't even been in front of enough people to know what to judge a face-off from. My sparring partners will finish you.
We'll see, you know?
Nice watch though.
We'll see what happens, you know? I think your career is over, man.
I know. You think I know. It's two different things.
I'm going to bounce your brain off of your skull. Instant concussion, you will be on the mat. You're just not the same Tyron anymore.
I never was Tyron, number one. Number two, everything you just scripted and wrote and practiced in the mirror, you shaking while you even saying it. Like, this is a fight. This ain't fucking for play. This for real.
Tyron, and F him up. You still stand by that?
I mean, look at my resume. Look at all the up-and-coming fighters. The Darren Tills, the Kevin Gaslams, the one that gassed up and they gave false hope that they can get the job done. And watch what happened. None of them landed a punch. So, him being athletic, him having the right hand, him getting everybody either want him to... So many people come up to me on a day-to-day basis, you gotta knock him the fuck out. I'm like, damn, what this dude done did to everybody? He got people wanting to watch him. That's why we're sitting here right now.
That's the exact pressure that's going to crack you on fight night.
The pressure's gonna be on you.
You have never been in a fight like this, and
Ever,
you know
right?
that the whole MMA community.
Robbie
is
Lawler,
counting
Carlos
on you.
Condit, Darren Till, I've never been in a fight like
Don't know who the fuck those guys are.
Exactly.
You've never been on a fight of this scale.
Hall of Fame.
You've never been on
Your
this
phone, you're on
fight.
YouTube.
You've never
The slide over
been
to Hall
on
of
a fight
Fame.
of this scale, which is why this is the biggest payday of your life. And you know that the whole MMA community is counting on you to knock me out and to beat me. When you lost to Kamaru
I got one
Usman,
person counting
when
on
you
me.
lost to Gilbert Burns, when you lost to all of those guys, you had built-in excuses.
When
they were
have
the
you
best.
fought anybody
Oh,
that
they were
counted?
the best. What happens when you lose to
When
Jake
have you
Paul?
fought anybody
What
that
happens when you
counted?
lose to Jake Paul? You're going to be the laughing stock
When
of the
have you
internet.
fought anybody
Just like I
that
turned
counted?
Nate Robinson into a floor mat, I'm going to turn you into fucking
Nate
paste.
Robinson plays basketball, he shoot 3 points and slam dunk.
Hey, Jay.
I knock people out for a living.
It's pictures of you training with Floyd Mayweather. Can you tell us how those sessions went, and did he give you maybe some tricks that we will see on August 29th?
I mean, to get an opportunity to work out with Floyd Mayweather, an idiot would not take that advantage of that situation. He showed me stuff not specifically to defeat Jake, but to be a world-class boxer in general. Techniques, positions, placements, hand positioning, movements. In MMA, sometimes we waste energy. Sometimes we do a lot of shucking and jiving, and they don't have purpose. Everything I do, everything I throw is gonna hurt. My feints are gonna hurt. It's gonna make his body shake to the point where he don't know what the fuck's going on. So you can say, I'm out to say anything. I'm from the show me state. You gotta show me. I've been in there. This ain't my first big stage. I was at the sold out Madison Square Garden with the fight of the night. The biggest gate they've ever had in history. The best card in UFC history. I was a fighter tonight.
That's not true. The biggest gate was last weekend in Vegas, but...
The biggest gate of Madison Square Garden. Listen to what I say, young man.
So, how is Floyd Mayweather gonna teach you to beat me when he couldn't even finish my brother?
Just talk about money and just talk about clout. Because when we talk about fighting, you shouldn't even be talking in the same sentences with me.
I mean, we can talk...
I'm a Hall of Fame already. And I'm gonna make history bouncing your head off the mat. Now what?
Well, we can talk about fighting. I mean, if you want to dive into it. I mean,
What can-
look at your
what can-
coaches. Who's your coach? Is
what
it
can we
Pedro
refer
Diaz?
to?
Is it Eric Brown? Is it Floyd Mayweather? You're bouncing around coaches like you do baby mamas. How many kids you got now? You're a 39-year-old man who's pulled up
guess
every
what?
week.
You know
Get your
what's
shit
funny?
together, bro.
You know what's funny? You got on
Get
all
your
this
shit together,
You
bro.
look like a rap video. Tell me somebody in your neighborhood that dressed like that.
I'm going fishing.
Tell me
after
somebody in
this.
your neighborhood that dressed like that.
I'm going fishing.
Tyron,
I am coach.
You
about this?
want to be a
People rap
rapper.
about what I did.
You want to be
My coach is
a
a policeman.
rapper.
You have
multiple songs on Spotify that fucking suck with 2 streams,
Brother,
You're
are you
39 years old
serious?
trying to become a rapper.
Are you serious?
You're trying to become a rapper.
Have you saw yourself?
How about this?
Pull your hair
All
back
of the
and
money,
see a line.
all of the money,
Pull the front of your
all of the
hair
money
back
that
and
you're
see a
getting
movie.
from this fight is going to your baby mamas.
Pull your hair back.
You bought a used Bentley.
You know
I
what's
seen it on your Instagram.
You
You
know
bought a
what's
used
funny?
Bentley
My
with your money.
biggest flex is my
You
kids.
bought
I
a
know.
used Bentley.
That's my
Hold
biggest
on.
flex.
I think that these guys want to
So
hear
you
about
actually think you
They
got
wanna hear about the fight.
Instagram covering up the steering wheel so you can't see how many miles is on it. You're like,
Bro.
just got this Ocean Auto Club
What are we talking-
used
what are we
luxury
talking
car
about here?
dealership.
We talking about fighting.
Yeah, let's talk about fighting.
I'm talking about
Guess
how
what?
you're a used
Let's talk about
bitch.
used Bentley, used Biggs, and guess what? You gonna pay for those words, brother.
So let me ask you this.
Wait, I'm not gonna pay. I'm paying you.
Plugs get pulled for that word. You gonna find out.
So
Okay,
We'll
rapper.
find out.
How about this?
Okay,
We'll find
rapper.
out.
Tyron,
I'm culture. I can talk about culture.
A lot of
But I'm
people-
what they rap about.
a lot of you guarantee people when they pay their money for Showtime pay-per-view on August 29th to see you fight Jake Paul, what can you guarantee you that they're going to get on August 29th?
Violence.
Jake, same question.
I mean, people know what they get when you're tuning into a Jake Paul event. That's
All
why.
the time.
That's why I'm the most impactful 3-0 boxer in history. No fighter has ever accomplished what I've accomplished in 3 fights. And people can say I didn't earn it. People say I don't deserve it, but I'm earning more than any fighter has ever earned 3 fights in. And people know what they get when they tune into a Jake Paul show. I'm knocking this guy out. That's what people want to see. And we're putting on a show.
How you gonna do it? And I don't think he don't deserve it. I think what he's doing is trying to, I'm a Disney, I'm a vlogger, and I'm fighting this seasoned veteran UFC champion. It's all just in case. It's a backup excuse for when I wax you in that ring. That's what it is. He a fighter. This is gonna look like a fight. It's a lot of fights that's taking place that people are like, oh, this is bad for the sport. Will look like a fight. It's not going. I'm not just gonna walk out there and swing 2 punches and everybody think I'm knocking him out in 2 minutes. This is a real fucking fight. I'm training like I'm fighting Mike Tyson. I want y'all to really know that. So don't fall for the BS. Oh, I'm Disney. Oh, this is no. This is a fight. You want to fight me? You sign the line. It's war.
We got to get you victorious. Another fight? Boxing?
Of course, I didn't get into this for a quick payday to get in and get out. This is a stepping stone for me. This is my entry into boxing for sure. So for me, I'm not gonna say nothing because he damn lied. Because he know good well I knock him out. But at the end of the day, when I look at him, I look at a kid that really don't have nothing to lose. I look at power. I'm not gonna act like he doesn't have power. But anybody that had power, the brawlers, the Robbie Lawlers, the people that really possess the ability to possibly shut your lights out, them the ones that maybe train the hardest. So I look forward to it.
Robbie Lawler, that was a discussion going into my Ben Askren fight. Robbie Lawler couldn't knock out Ben Askren. Robbie Lawler's a beast. Robbie Lawler couldn't knock out Ben Askren.
You're talking about me.
1 minute and 59 seconds, I
I'm not
finished your
gassing
best
Robbie
friend butt
Lawler.
buddy.
I'm not trying to gas Robbie Lawler, by the way.
I wanted to ask you, when Tyron is talking like this, is that what you actually wanted? You wanted an opponent like this who's going to test you, who is a bigger puncher than the previous guys you fought, correct?
Yeah, I love it. I haven't been hit in 3 fights. It's a fact.
That's gonna get hit in this one.
I haven't been hit in the face. So, as a professional boxer, that's sort of unheard of. And I just want to add some experience to my belt. Look, I want to go after Canelo in 3 years. I want to be a world champion. And so, if I'm just fighting guys who can't hit me, how am I going to get better in the ring under those lights and get that experience? So Tyron's the perfect person to maybe get me to the 3rd round for the first time ever.
Can you take this cup from me? Oh, okay. 'Cause you said that looking real silly for no reason.
Tyron, he mentioned that he didn't know any of your previous fights. If you had to pick 2 or 3 of your fights to introduce Jake to what type of fighter you are, which of your 3 past fights would you tell him he needs to watch to really know who you are?
Jake's a fan, so he knows all of my fights. He's played me on a UFC video game, and he's just saying
I
that
don't even
because
own an Xbox.
he says that because it sounds cool to to basically try to discredit the person to the side. But at the end of the day, he's talking about a career. Okay, I have a career. And I had a career before it was even legal. I was a what?
Keyword, had.
Okay. Back to intellectual conversation.
For sure, bro.
He literally recognizes what I'm possible. He just said I'm a seasoned striker. How would you know that I'm a seasoned striker without watching me? He took somebody's word for it? No, he watched me. And he's gonna watch me punch him right in the face. And he gonna look in his corner, he gonna look at his coaches and be like, you lied to me. You told me I could beat him. You told me he was old. You told me he was washed up.
That is actually not what they tell me. They say this is the biggest challenge. And every single day they say this is a serious fighter.
They should have told you it was suicide.
There's a lot on the line here. This is a high-risk fight. But they tell me, Jake, you will beat him and you will KO him. They're not sitting here fluffing my feathers, okay? Like I have the best team, one of the best boxing teams I've ever seen in the world. It's Patriots, Bill Belichick, Bulls, 96, 97, team problem child. They're not here gassing me up. People think I have yes men. People think I have weird people around me telling me shit. That's not the case, buddy.
That's why I don't think what he has.
We are taking you very seriously, but anything that you bring to the ring, it just won't matter. You say 3 rounds.
Hi Jake, Adriana Jimenez with Fino Boxing. A few weeks ago you mentioned that you wanted to make a bet with him to double up the purse. Is that something that you're still bringing up, that you're interested in?
Yeah, look, I mean, he didn't want to take that bet.
I did, but I didn't want to let you fucking get the upper hand. At the time you said, I'm like, man, that sounds appetizing, but I didn't want to let you just get that moment.
Okay, so how about this? Let's make a new bet right now.
I just bet I'm gonna beat you on.
If I beat you, you have to get I Love Jake Paul tattooed on you. But if you beat me, I get I Love Tyron Woodley tattooed on me, and you have to post it on your Instagram feed. Deal or no deal? But are you confident or not?
What y'all think? I think I should do it?
Oh, this guy has no fucking confidence.
Yeah. Deal or no deal? Yeah.
Can we shake on it? There we go. Folks.
Yeah.
Let's go! It goes down in the Buckeye State of Ohio. Jake Paul's hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, Showtime pay-per-view. Tyron Woodley, a UFC champion, making his boxing debut, taking on a man who's become a YouTube star and now pugilistic puncher.
Okay guys, face out. Good job.
I've had 7 minutes in 3 fights, so I needed harder opponents. That's why we chose Woodley. Hopefully he can bring me a good fight. I want more time under the lights. I said it in the presser, I haven't been hit in my 3 professional fights. There's been a headbutt, someone grazed my neck, but I haven't been hit. Like, I don't even know what it's like to get hit necessarily with a 10-ounce glove on. So hopefully Woodley can bring a fight and eventually get enough experience under my belt to fight Canelo.
At least on paper, is he the toughest opponent yet? At least on paper.
Woodley's the toughest opponent, for sure, by far, and I'm excited for that. You know, hopefully it brings out the best in me, and like I said, people don't even know how I fight. People haven't even seen footage or know what I do. I haven't even gotten to warm up. I come alive in the 4th, 5th, 6th rounds in sparring, 7th round, 8th round. That's when I come alive. So people haven't even seen my style or seen how good I am yet.
Probably a couple times. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be walking around with I Love Tyron Woodley tattoo on his body, so he might as well try to get it back, try to get a chance of redeeming himself. So we probably going to fight a couple times. And he added a no competition. Who does that when they're confident? You think I asked for that? Now, if you let me rob the bank twice without going to jail, of course. I'm kicking the door in. Give me the brain shark, give me everything. So I really believe that fighting him a few times, fighting an OG in a boxing game, and to fight the current guy, is no way you can't respect me now. There's no way you can ever question. That's 4 fights. Put those 4 fights together. You know what I mean? Put those 4 fights together, now we talking.
Woodley said that he would fight you more than once after also fighting OG. What would you say after fighting once? What would the next bet be, and what would you say to another fight?
I wouldn't fight Woodley. I'm not going to fight Woodley after I beat him. There's no point, you know? I'm going to finish him violently.
Running and snack in the back real quick. But I really earned this. Karma is for real. I put myself in a position I may not have got the similar situation in an organization where I did the most, where you guys know me from, but I've been putting seeds in the ground since I started this. And my intent has always been pure, to show people it's possible to glorify God and to go out there and just use my talents and ability and have people like, what the fuck just happened? And that's what they're gonna say August 29th.